Morning. Here we are, Sunday, August 18th, 2024. I'm Larissa. This is my video diary. It is time to drink from skulls. So, yesterday, first of all, oh my God, I'm pushing myself this week. I should probably not be. I don't know. I've been trying to build up stamina for the push for the actual move. And, oh, I'm hurting real bad. I think I pushed myself too hard. We went to, so when I walked this week, I added a quarter mile to the end of the walk, which really adds a half a mile to the entire walk, right? Because if I walk out a quarter mile more than what I normally walk out, I got to walk back a quarter mile more. So it's a half a mile when I add that quarter mile. And it was already, the week before, having the issues with my arm locking. And then I had acupuncture done specifically to treat that. And I haven't had any more locking in my arm. No, not since then. I haven't. But it's like I had what she did when she broke up the fascia was kind of like Rolfing. So there's this technique where you break up fascia where you like separate the muscle groups manually through the skin and like move them, right? It's extremely painful. And it's kind of what she did in my arm. And like it's had reciprocating results all throughout my body. And I think that has to do with she only worked on my arm. She didn't work on the rest of the muscle groups up and down the right side. And the nerve bundle comes up behind your ear, behind your right ear, right? Goes down the right side of your body and everything. Like all of this is connected. And like I haven't had the spasm in my arm, but I've had the spasm like in my trapezius on the right side here behind my ear. And I carry my purse on that shoulder as well, which doesn't help. And it's better when it was better when I was carrying a couple days I carried just a smaller like satellite bag with bare minimum, not all my stuff. I have this giant bag, this giant purse that has, provisions in it. I don't know why I carry this giant, it has all kinds of stuff in it. It has my calendar and all kinds of shit. But when I went out walking, I made sure to carry just the little bag. The big bag, it also has like emergency pads and change of underwear and all that stuff because, when your period's unpredictable, you gotta like carry these things with you at all times. It's like carrying a diaper bag for yourself. And I've had extra pain over my hip, and driving this past week has been extra difficult. So like stretching, so in addition to all the other weird stuff, my right leg is a little bit shorter than my left leg by like Not much, it's like a quarter inch, something like that, quarter inch, half inch, something like that. And but it's enough that when I stand a little bit crooked and to stand comfortably, right? And oh, then I've been having like this bunching happening in the trapezius on the right side on my arm. It's been like pulling me up a little bit. So it's been uncomfortable, and driving has been hard, you know, keeping constant pressure back and forth between gas and brake, gas and brake, gas and brake. So that's why driving has been hard. And I should probably get a full body massage. That might help. So today, you know, I did my walk on last week and added the extra length. And then yesterday we went and walked the boardwalk. And, we didn't go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on the boardwalk, but we went down and I couldn't even make it down to the end of the pier. So, and normally I can make it down to the end of the pier, but I couldn't. And we turned back before we even got down to the end of the pier because I knew it was starting to hurt. It was starting to burn. And I didn't want to be limping so bad. There were a couple guys that had tuk-tuks that were driving tuk-tuks. And I looked at one as he drove by. I'm like, oh, should I hail him? I'm like, no, Larissa, you can do it. You can do it. So I pushed through it. But I slept real hard last night. I mean, I slept really hard last night, and I had me a dream. Had me a dream about someone last night. I did. Slept real hard. It was a real nice dream. Anyway. Anyway, today we were gonna hike the property here. I just don't think I can do it. I just don't think I can do it. I need to, not for like my physical well-being, but because I need to go check things. I need benchmark. I need benchmark on some spots on the property, right? I need to go see things with my eyeballs. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just push myself too hard. Anyway, so we need to finish packing boxes today, and yesterday we went in and packed a few boxes, right? I packed like 3 boxes. But the bakery was open yesterday, and whatever they were baking, within 5 minutes, I was close to having a migraine. And oh, it's just terrible. It's just terrible. Yeah. Yeah, it had me a real nice dream last night. It was nice to see him. Well, it was a little more than seeing now, wasn't it? It was a very nice dream. Anyway. Anyway. I just need to Take a deep breath. Be here right now. Right now. Right now, my pain is probably about an 8. It's hard. Like when I start getting up around 8, 9, right? My pain level, even 7, 7, 8, 9. It can make it hard to focus, right? Because the pain is like distracting, right? Um, yeah. So it's like when I went into the emergency room and I was like screaming, my pain was off the charts, right? That hospital was so abusive to me, threatening me. So, part of the dream, I had 2 dreams last night, 2 separate dreams. There was the dream I had before I woke up to go pee, which was the nice dream. And then there was this other dream that I had, which wasn't a bad dream, but it was an interesting dream. So, over here in my bedroom, there's an antique sewing machine cabinet. It has an antique sewing machine in it. I might take it in to be part of display. I might do that. We'll see. We'll see how much room I have. Anyway, it's here in the bedroom and it's next to the hamper. And on top of it, is where I sit the baskets of either laundry baskets that are either empty, and it's where we put hangers for me to take downstairs when I do the laundry, or it's where the basket of folded laundry sits until I have it all put away. Right? See? So I had a dream before I woke up just this time to sip on my skull that someone who in my dream was my friend, but is not somebody that I know in any way, shape, or form, had this snake. And like, we're going to kill this snake. I'm like, we'll kill the snake. They're like, well, it's a really dangerous snake. And it's like some super venomous snake that like hardly anybody survives from the bites. I'm like, well, why do you have this snake? And they're like, oh, we caught it and we thought it was cool to have this venomous snake, but now it's really big and it's getting bigger. And I'm like, you can't kill it. So I said, oh, they said, well, we're going to release it into the wild. I said, you can't release it into the wild. That's a super venomous snake and it's an invasive species. And I said, why don't you call animal control? And like, oh, we'll definitely get arrested if we're caught with this snake. And I'm like, for some dumb reason, me in the dream, I'm like, oh, I'll take it. I'll take it so you don't kill it. And I keep it in a crate in my bedroom over here where where I have these baskets. Right? Instead of the baskets, I have this crate with this snake. And it's getting bigger like every day. It's like growing like 6 inches every day. And it's like jumping around and it's trying to push the lid off, and it's hard to feed because you got to open the lid and it's really aggressive, and we're going to squeeze these, like it's eating large animals, like bigger than rats. Like we were having to put in, oh, this is terrible, puppies in the dream. And I'm just like, I'm totally upset in this dream. I'd be upset in real life too. But I'm upset because, Omar's like, I'll do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want to have to do this anymore. And so put this, and it's eating these puppies, right? The snake is eating these puppies. And, oh, it was terrible. Oh, it was terrible. And then I'm like, well, I got to stay in the bedroom now because I got to watch and make sure the snake doesn't get out. And so, like, I'm in the bedroom for a couple days watching this snake, and it's like jumping at the lid and gets it open and its head's sticking out. Its head's sticking out, but its body's all fat because it's got like a puppy inside of it. It's digesting it, right? And it can't get its fat body through the opening. And I'm screaming, Omar, the snake has its head out. The snake has its head out. And he comes in and he like sneaks up on it and pushes its head back down. And we close it up. And I put bricks on top of the crate. And then I'm like, as we're putting the bricks on top of the crate, from behind the crate comes out this squirrel. I'm like, how did that squirrel get in here? And this squirrel's like running around in the living room and it's like taunting, or in the bedroom, and it's taunting the snake. And it like gets up on the top and it's like it has its creepy little people hands, because squirrels have creepy little people hands, and it's like moving the bricks and trying to. I'm like, the squirrel is like got a death wish, and squirrel's like, I woke up upset. This squirrel trying to open this crate with this deadly snake, and I'm saying, we need to call somebody to come get this snake. I would never keep a snake like that. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You gotta be careful when you have exotic pets like that. You can't. There's some things that are just gonna be kept, right? What you need a venomous snake for as a pet? Who needs a venomous snake as a pet? You don't need a venomous snake as a pet. No, it just make no sense to me. No sense to me at all. But yeah, I had that dream. I was eating those puppies. I was like, oh my god, snake was eating those puppies. Oh, the puppies made these horrible sounds. Yeah, it's no good. Oh, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, having dreams about venomous snakes, keeping venomous snakes in my bedroom. And I was last night in that dream. Oh my goodness. Venomous snakes. Yeah, and so like they're trying to convince me, tell me when this person had the snake, and they're they're saying, tell me why they got rid of it. They're saying, oh, it bit my daughter in the face and she almost died, but thank God she made it, and now she has this uh, big pussy ball on her chin that breaks open every now and then. I'm like, ew. I'm like, I'll keep the snake. Ugh, okay. Kind of sad. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. But there's no snake over there. I woke up. There's no snake over there. I looked. I was like, oh, good. Thank God there's no snake. I'm like, oh my God, did I get a pet snake? No, I didn't. I didn't. I just dreamed about it. I just dreamed about this snake. It's just a laundry basket. It's just a laundry basket. Yeah, that was crazy. Cry, cry. Mm, crazy dreams. These dreams go on when I close my eyes every second of the night. I live another life. Yeah, that song was on the radio all the time. How did it start? Something, something, little candle, save your life for me. Yeah, that's 80s. It's real 80s. That song was out the same time as Private Eyes are watching you. They see your every move. Baby, is that Hall & Oates? Hall & Oates, not friends anymore. Yeah, there was that song. There was another song. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. I talk in my sleep sometimes. Usually it's like just mumbling though, according to Omar. And it's occasionally I speak words, but it's like word salad, he said. A couple times he's talked in his sleep. Like I've had conversations with him a couple times where I finally realized, oh, he's not even awake. He's not awake. He's just usually like if he's done that when he's been real stressed out. He'll talk to me in his sleep. Yeah. And I've done sleepwalking a couple times. A couple times. I had it happen. I had it happen like 2 or 3 times at the cotton mill when I lived there, sleepwalking. And I think it was because of the stress. Um, my one sister used to sleepwalk all the time when we were kids. She used to sleepwalk all the time when we were kids, and we'd have to, kind of keep an eye, right? Because she'd like do stuff around the house. And one time, right after we moved to Michigan, her bedroom was across the hall from mine. And I heard her get up. I heard her walk past the bathroom because the bathroom was on the other side of my bedroom. And our other sister's door was the next one down the hall on the other side. Well, if she had walked that way in the old house, it would have been going into the bathroom, but not at this house. I got up and I followed her, and I caught her. She was going to pee in my other sister's closet. I'm like, no, you can't do that here. I got to go to the bathroom. We're a new house. She was like, what? 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 I woke her up. She's like, oh my God. You know. Mm. No, but I did at the cotton mill. I was sleepwalking a few times there. Um, yeah, it was weird. And I really think it was just because of all of the stress, the constant. That's when it was when I was being followed regularly. So when those guys were following me regularly, that was really stressful. That was really scary. So I didn't know them. I didn't recognize them from anywhere, right? The only thing I recognized them from was them following me around. It was 3 guys. Um, 2 guys they were all Mexican or they were all Latino. Um, and it was a green Toyota truck pickup, and all 3 of them sat in it. It was like a bad joke, but the guy that drove the truck and the guy that sat in the far passenger seat were both bald and kind of had, um, the truck wasn't a lowrider. It wasn't, no. And it was not a custom paint job. Like it was factory paint. It was an older truck. I'd say it was probably like late 80s Toyota pickup, a um, dark green, and it had like a silver stripe on the side. And I guess it was a Tacoma, I don't know, but it was definitely a Toyota. Um, it had a bench seat, and khakis and white tank top and like flannel shirt. There's the guy that drove and the one guy that um, was in the passenger seat, and then the guy in the middle wore ranchero clothes. Like he had a big Stetson and boots and a buckle, right? And he had a black jacket. Anyway, these guys followed me around. These are the 3 guys. I mean, there was also the other guy that drove the van that followed me around. That was he was black, and he's the one that would told me that like tried to get he's the one who tried to get me into the van the one time in Jingletown, um, and then over in Fruitvale as well. But these other 3 guys, they're the ones who followed me like every week, going to the grocery store, yoga to to what did I go from yoga to have breakfast to church, then I'd walk at the lake, then grocery shopping, then nail salon, then grocery shopping, and then home. Like they'd follow me all day, right? Every week. And it was really upsetting. That's why I started switching up nail salons and stopped making appointments at nail salons. I started to just go in, and then they started to follow me more frequently during the week. It wasn't just on the day that I, had all that stuff. It was like multiple days a week they started following me around. It was really upsetting. It was really, really, really upsetting. Yeah, whenever I'd be in any place, like they'd walk back and forth in front of the salon, and they'd park their truck like a block away from wherever I was parked, and then they would stand outside of the truck when I'd come back to my car. It was really disturbing. It really was. These same three guys. Yeah, and then the guy that tried to get me into the van, he was a big dude. I'd say he was probably like 6'3", 6'4", and um, real thick dude. Not quite fat. He didn't have a belly, but he was a real thick dude. He didn't appear to be muscly, like he wasn't like he wasn't prison strapped or anything. Like, but he was a big, thick dude, and um, he had a mustache and a little bit of a goatee, and he was dark. He wasn't like super dark complected, but he was a rich mahogany color, um, and a real short cropped hair and square features. Like his face was kind of square, and he had a pinky ring, and usually was wearing a white t-shirt and jeans and white Nikes. Yeah, he drove this big white van. Yeah, he had real thick neck. He could have played football. I mean, he wasn't a football player, but um, like his build and everything, he could have played football. He was a big dude. He wasn't a track star, you know. He was more of a linebacker. Anyway, he had really, really white teeth. Really, really white teeth. Yeah, tried to get me in that van. No, thank you. Like, I think I will just walk a little faster here. Yeah. He stopped me in front of the E&D Metalworks building. That light there. Instead of crossing in front of him, because he had kind of like parked. There wasn't traffic. I was walking back from Kefa, and he had followed me from over at Kefa. He'd been he wasn't parked in the lot there. He was like kind of on the street. And there was like a Mexican cantina club there. Um, and he was parked like, so there was Kefa, and then there was this cantina place, and he was kind of parked. I came out the front of Kefa, and he pulled out of that parking lot. I didn't see him at first, and he pulled up next to me. Was driving real slow, like at the rate I was walking, and so I was just kind of like giving side eye, trying to just like get a look at what it was I was dealing with. And then I crossed the street, got over on the other side when when I crossed 23rd. I got over on the other side, and so I was kind of like in the median, so um I wasn't over on the passenger side, right? Like I wasn't in front of the Andy Metalworks. I was kind of in the median, and I did that so that I could keep an eye on him, right? I didn't want to be on the passenger side because I didn't know if there was somebody else in the van. Um, and it had the big sliding door on the other side. Um, It was like a big delivery van of some sort. It didn't have any markings on it. It had some like painted over graffiti on it. Um, and so I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be on the side with the big sliding door. So I was over on the other side in the median, and he stopped, and he like kind of put the car or put the van in neutral. And it was a true delivery van. Like it had like it looked like when I looked in, it had like like the shifts column in a UPS truck or whatever. It was something like that. It wasn't a regular van, right? It wasn't it wasn't a minivan, right? It was some sort of other thing. And on the driver's side, there wasn't a door, right? Like in a mail truck but it wasn't a mail truck. It was bigger than that. Um, anyway, he's like, "Hey, baby." He's like, "I've been seeing you walk around. You know I can make money off of your ass. You know I can. You know I can. You know I'm gonna get you in this van." I'm like, "Oh no, you're not. Oh no, you're not. No, you're not either." And so I crossed over and ran past the other lofts, the 1080 lofts, past that where the big palm tree was. And when I got, he didn't follow me into the cul-de-sac. He didn't follow me into the cul-de-sac. When I got in front of the cotton mill, there were some people outside, and I was like out of breath, and I, I was really upset. And Martin Sweet was out front, and he made some shitty comment to me. He made some shitty fucking comment to me, and I was just like, I didn't want to talk to him about it. I didn't want to talk. I just used used my fob, got in the front door, and I think and went upstairs. I was so upset after that. Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. No, that was the guy that was over at Fruitvale Station. That time, they blocked my car, and because I used to go over there to the Fruitvale Station to the Tuesday Farmers Market over there, and he was there. It was a couple weeks later. Yeah, in the parking lot, and they tried to block my car in and everything. Yeah. Hey, baby, I'm gonna make money off your ass. Oh no, I don't think so. Not today, sir. Yeah, that was all when I was passing out that information for the DA's, California DA's Dear John Litter campaign. Yeah. Yes, the government does nothing to protect, serve, or help those who do that work, that kind of work for them. Like I said, now it's like state law. Now it's like state law that information has to be posted, and like the state distributes it, but it wasn't at first. It wasn't at first. It was like when it was in beta. When it was in beta, suckers like me distributed that information for them. Yeah. I wrote a song about it called International Lullaby. I did. Waiting for the night to fall, for a tiny place for me to crawl. Yeah, it was written from the perspective of exploited youth. It's a song about meeting with Johns. Pretend that nothing is wrong. His name's really John, and it's free. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Ugh, craziness. Craziness. Oh my God. Yeah, this batch of tea. Ugh. Yeah, it does not taste good. It tastes like medicine. I mean, it is medicine. So, fair enough, right? Fair enough. It tastes like medicine because it is medicine. Yuck poo. Yuck poo. I'm not sure that it's any better though. I can't say that the arnica has or hasn't. I can say the arnica has changed the flavor, and I can say that I don't particularly like it, but I can't say that the arnica has improved the pain management aspect. I chose it because you get um, arnica tablets and arnica cream for helping to uh, treat bruises and things externally. So when I saw the arnica herb, I'm like, oh, well, let's see about taking this internally, right? Putting it in the tea. So, but I can't say that it's really done anything. So perhaps it's something that's just better used externally. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway.